All right, guys, welcome to week 1, day 1 of Total Core Level 1. So before we get started, there's a few things I want you to keep in mind as you perform all of the different kind of ab exercises we're doing. You see, a lot of people tend to not do their core correctly in the fact that they're not breathing right, their posture isn't right on their core. So a few things to keep in mind as you work through all of the different movements that we have programmed for you is always keep your core engaged no matter what movement you're doing. Something that I always recommend or tell to my clients is to breathe out, suck in, and now you've created a perfect environment to generate force for all the different kind of movements, whatever you're doing. So you never want to keep your core bloated. That's not what we're looking for. You want to keep it engaged, tight, and sucked in. As far as your cadence goes, it's all about slow and in control for most of the movements that we're going to be going through in this program. Granted, we will progress over the weeks with the exercises to make them a little more challenging for you, but this being level 1, we're going to keep it nice and simple so you understand what you're doing, why you're doing, and how to do them. So going back to the whole breathing piece, when you're contracting, so let's just say we're doing sit-ups, for example. So sit up, this is the movement. What you want to do is breathe out and then squeeze up. Again, emptying your diaphragm of all that air is going to create a perfect environment for a quality contraction, and that's what we're going for, because it's all about building strength in your core as it's the main stabilizer for the rest of your body with whatever you're doing for exercise, whether it's weightlifting, running, conditioning, all that kind of stuff. So focus on not necessarily the movement, but the contraction of the movement. So breathing out, squeezing, focusing on how tight you can get that core through every movement. It's not about quantity with core, it's all about quality, and slow and steady will always win the race when building strength and stability throughout your entire core. First movement here is going to be hands back, knee tucks. Hand position behind, keep that core tightly engaged, and tuck. Tuck. This is working the lower core. Tuck. Tuck. Focus on that squeeze. Performing for 30 seconds. Second movement is windshield wipers. Hands out for support. Knees all the way down to the ground. Make sure to keep that bend at 45 degrees in your hips and your knees. Breathe out, squeeze up. Breathe out, squeeze up. Next up, we have hands-free tucks. Hands here, knees up, tuck, tuck. Keep that core tight. Focus on that squeeze. Next up, we have scissor V-ups. Going to be performing a scissor movement with your legs, keeping that low back into the ground. Hands together. Squeeze up. Squeeze up. Recliner to elbow knee tucks. Tuck, 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 tuck. Maintain balance on the backside. Keep your core very tight. Elbows to knees. Upper circle crunches, we're going 30 seconds in each direction. Upper circle crunches, breathe out, make a circle, driving with that upper core. And change directions, upper circle crunches. All right, guys, that's it for day one. Nice job, way to get through that. I'm gonna give you guys tomorrow to rest and recover. We'll see you back here for day number 2.